anything. No one can always fiakoko every day. I can say a boiler project here. A the broiler by the upper force the air. Force. You see the difference is very difference near. Of course, I do my embassy a kind of way. Then I send now background and got $160 million and the import every year. And so talk around as I speak to you, and so talk. The challenge continues to be say local organic yamadia. Yeah. Nebo. Yeah. Edding. Na abattoirs na wo krom ha na omo akum nantwie na. Abattoir no krom. Ah, na say aveno ha nya na abattoir bi se wo. Obi pa. No mo kum wa na yamade no mo de kwai. Me person say obi enumudwa. Ntino abattoir bi ani apart from Accra, Kumasi, yes, Jefamko. Yes. Asa, there is no abattoir in proper abattoir. Yeah, cry say below standard. Yeah, your operations below the standards of a proper abattoir. Even with the Kumasi and then Accra abattoir. No kwano. Omonoma bebromo ye kwano atosin. Say proper word, proper abattoir. Atosin. But at least for Jefamko, for Accra, for Kumasi abattoir, there's a certain guarantee. So I say of a reliability, now Yano Mudi now before you buy in us, you be provided quality meat at an affordable price as in Jefamko. Yeah. Ebesi Nina Akrano. Some of these groupings no we nam eku kwaudo. No money eko. The government has the tie. Eshe enam. And surprisingly, that's what a lot of Ghanaians prefer. As we speak, any part that should jitum say yemfa tie enshenam yemfa dua tetidia na ne no, and they will tell you that this is what we've done over time. They are there. It you know also the gas be shina ne sa na manyamanya. Wa wo say nkoko no o the machine o the tuma na tutu nkoko no nyina no. You are not serious. Oh, you have something like that. Machine wo now before provided a lot of comfort and kasa. And ubetimaya nyoma say machine bia a lot within a short time. Yes, Exim Bank for facility bia na edebe. And Koko which were processing Koko over 3,000 or so within just about 15 minutes or so. Wow. What is in the poultry industry and in sa moanye na Ghana yem do musuko 1 sec kra. It's immediate I have continuously been an advocate for the previous administration or more broiler projects normally by. It was fantastic, even though it came with its challenges. Today, be Adamaka Boris Farms, Akate Farms, Dako Farms, any Infu Farms, other major farms now, Ecosisen, you know, a bit more demand as if on Obi. We need to relook at this issue, ensuring say previous administration economic strategy was that 40-60 regime, where you keep importing 60. And then you produce 40% locally. And then you build up year upon year. Now, by the time when I was even if it's 15 years, Ghana will be sufficient for itself. Yeah. And then beyond, but the system as it operates here, there's no strategy behind it. Strategy in the it will be compromised along the line. They be the Mekachero. Say Unio Maya Emunipano, very patriotic. Yeah. We need to sacrifice for this thing to work. They are not truthful. They are not transparent. Any opportunity will be you want to take the system. Exactly. So on my progress, it will be difficult if we don't shift from a certain mentality to what will make countries progress. It means and Singapore, and Dubai, and Rwanda. It just didn't take them by talking. David. The sacrifices those people made. It just didn't take them by talking. To put their countries where it is now. So it's a collaboration between the ruled and the ruler. No. Person or the policies bebano. Ni suit ni binding ni yo ni chose be do me mind. De me ye bia ye me mind me ye. Wonu so a wutim no so no. Esan say ya dan na di sa church no. Onso de o ye nyina say ampa. Se na ekode a. E na me so me family dia me so me. But then obia nya obia family dia. Obia ya afam dia. Ebe mo no ankasa. Ne ho ato na bro so kra. Because a Greek, obi so ba Greek a Greek sector alone, the opportunities there. Opportunities on Kamabunu Bebribin in Akagomia. The opportunities there. A Greek and Kasa, the opportunities in a Greek and Kasano. Ebema, a lot of you know, lamentations, juma opportunities, any other thing, but this is a one area of concentration, it should be agric. And then the arts and the creative arts industry. But agric, they come
and I don't know many Kojo Akoto Boateng, formerly of CTFM, Eba Studio, unse he's into agribusiness, running consultants in here. And Obe be new men so kakra man bamboo on bamboo piano. And non nyoma utimidation.
There's a Obi. And I'm saying, Kuyayon Kasano, your first certain specifics because Canada there. Now, make remember another example. Even Jefamco, sometimes hotels 3x4 we can't supply them meat. Jefamco, we can't supply them meat. A bit because of chicken products. Obi organic. But once there are no organics, now we decide to bring this importation and all those things. It's a chow gap.
Huge. And then I was excited to hear. Time I mean interview Chicken Man, Pizza Man guys. Say omo chicken, almost sauce locally free Boris B.
Very good.
And that's a huge boost for
the pressure about Boris because delivery. And this guy has been in the game for long. Dako farms, we now Akati farms, Infun farms. Farms major.
Imagine say all of them nyasa demand from major restaurants in the country. That is how you build and create wealth.
Again here is Obi. For instance, that me catch one me who didn't amenko to abrofo de no imported na enya papa no. Menko to no beto a kilo a kuma so mo kan pound 1 pound. Nti 2 kilos is omo 2 pounds 1 kilo. Nti uto 1 kilo imported chicken as soft or hard depending on the opener. Ebia 16 cedis 50 pesos or 22 cedis
for kilo
for a kilo. A kilo no so to kilo na. Now to akoko mu a ebia 75 cedis broiler and a layer 100 cedis. Ubon say broiler ni layer ni na obi. Wanya careful unya baby omudi etemu
and a 16 cedis.
Etemu 16 or 20 cedis. Etemu.
Sir?
Yeah, na dey fun we dey.
Na nebo fun.
Ebo na una wo sefo. Even with that price 20 16 18 cedis for a kilo no. So what I say and no kana enye dwumaketwa ne tono cry din. So you can imagine 16 cedis kwa na untimi to
100
na 100 ni person be fresh akoko. That is the pain. That is why I don't see why any pabe bresa na no ma yebedi akwa emu no so no. Ye ntimi nya ba the ko importem ni enkura nketwa be. Ofa na feature no ati control me. Eti kwedie na nkasa wankoto aduro bia na nku bia ansa so. Essence would be purely organic foods, no. Nibia would be a contom rebedu nkran no na yeko. Because we are not encouraging even within the city opportunity be a benyabiano. Yetimi enwe duanoma we back here and one cry. Debi. Obia person the tight team minimum. Obia person the air conditions in minimum. It will be 99 years. I will touch man and I have Kenya say still a quote from the way. So we have a problem. Kuyayode onyame anim ni kweni. The last time I checked them, agric minister say what free because I'm say there should be a lecture to tell the youth of this country
the opportunities in there.
Demonstrate the
practical.
I will kuyayomu agric here abroad.
I've engaged one man called Mr. Kobold, meaning se unimina or agric expert. But one thing they do, and they said there is this fund be omo creative. A partnership, private and a public. Into your buying and who will move ba omo de bois. And they do it through banks, Emma soft loans too. I have to bring him to the studio.
But that's why I keep telling you.
Because you think brain okay, menya sa sisika me the best start in these opportunities we have to introduce them to.
It's very important.
One of these days.
Then the institutions who are also supposed to like project and fund us, they are compromising a lot of these systems. Baby, I hope as I say more genuine Lusika. Ghana Mali Niger ni Burkina Faso. I'm telling you that the short hotels Ghana beef and almost hotels with specialized areas be omo peke. It in entry muatio but not much show baby omo pedi be aduan. Okonamua it's an interesting field. And namni bebre wo honoma ye twa baby wo baby okra unhu dompe ba akokra se dompe wom. Your choir before so much and neighbor so I down. Hey,
there was a public lecture, deliver lecture.
Oh, clearly, Sergio Reese for farms. Also, Anna, one Mr. Wilson be. Who did your monastic account? Mr. Wilson has been in the UK for over 30 years. Food safety aspect, purely on meat. Into a walk through. Won't say, and now no crown. I see a real near. You be too namso. as a yes, no. Yes, obedient. It will be to
now. Protein deficiency.
Yeah, it is nominal. It's about how we have handled it all these while. Yeah. And now come Yami be no obi. Ensure ya de horo nominal. So I says, oh, for Vena, I don't know. Oh,
ensure na.
While we coach,
or my dream boom,
ensure back on. I know about 4,000. I don't want him into a diadi trim, tidy trim, 7 bacco, support bacco na, ye Korea Quayan. We should be bothered about some of these things. That's why I mean, so won't come off phobia or they won't be one. That's why I never cry more. For instance, it's a mama yariga. Questions of Katie Amon. I was shocked. I was shocked. And I thank the other colleagues, you know, Neil and Tivan the point. You see, I don't know, but me obusa question be one say and they be say hey now there and then again members of parliament I did be in TV show already no more money mo nyama before I did be a live coverage you know more restraining more restricting more from certain utterances and certain body languages see the Joe Wise who any the minority leader now as ranking and then chairperson some more members no as somebody need because it's live so no matter your disagreement, whatever, no, you should take it easy. Some do baby, no, not between Katie Hammond and Mahama Yariga, the questions and the responses and the demeanor and the posture, you know, he was upset. It does not speak well of that August House. People always go or be cry here. People ask questions as you say, war being a kind of fall. You know, I don't get it. And I'm looking at faces because of course you monitor all those things. Sure. I'm looking at position of people. You want to ask a genuine question, and it's like maybe there's a war, and that's Subana Bagana. Yemubino. Yen tu yabuasi. Because we are all learning and we always want to learn the good things, not the bad things. Yeah, comparison with African continent in a beyond Europe, USA. People interact, people deal with themselves, even though they disagree. But their stance is genuine. Sure. But if we disagree, because of political interest. And the Ghana interest.
Interest.
We always want to do things politically. And it is becoming something serious in this country. Say, Emra Dawa. You know, Emra Omukotu. Emre Bia, Patrick Buama. Obusa another intelligent question, but or supply chairman of the occasion, and Joe Wise. A very important information already out. Even the interpretation based on Omoa Di Omoya Osha. You new appointed minority leader. Look at him. And Joe Wise and then on it is interpretation of Joe Wise man. Also, they say
also different interpretation.
And when we are headed towards that lane now, it's dangerous for our country because they say no credit any mremunchi say no. How do we push a country like this? No credit. We are becoming people serving an interest that is at the detriment of the country, and that's my fear. The moment the law is explained to suit Obi at the expense of makeup, then we are opening up ourselves for confusion and chaos and for lawlessness.
About interpretation, eventually it ends with the Supreme Court.
We've been here and look at the interpretation of a Supreme Court ruling. Even a lawyer for Ghana, a judge for now say police for soldier for BNI for Jubilee House for national security bosses no yera swani yera kandapa obi ayekum na nyoma ensem fata ana ekoso. Yeah. And so we are picking it from every angle.
But no what time on that way no mensaka Attorney General ne legal advice how they made the Ghana Police Service on that issue. What time me kan answer sorry. But there is some good news. Senior Hosi just tweeted say Obekai say aban eka say bond debt exchange program no na enye compulsory for omo person omo be sign no they were at liberty not to sign na say one sign aban say o bond no mature obey den obetua o coupon we any the amount say na senior Hosea post you say good news for bond holders. The outstanding GOG bond ISIN GHGG 0G062613 maturing today has been paid.
Oh, okay.
Check with your bank if you did not sign the debt exchange program.
It's been paid.
Anyway, yes. Inti omotria. Na say omo no and sign it on. Hey, almost that be the sign. You way in so muntia mayana or cast good news for them are buying etia.
So
it comes back to because initially now quite an issue of trust. Now individual bondholders ne bebre na no munye sure. Said the abayaka say e machi obetua no they were not sure. And ama bebre na and signing on to no inti no would be some good news for the entire negotiation. Now at least a man for said the buying cars or obey. What to me? Let's hope say build some trust between the parties. You know what me negotiate.
Well, back to the issue. Some of the things confronting us as a Ghana this year is the creation.
Yes.
And the do something. And I did bar. You be 2 years no near trust. Assembly so no 1 2 years and free now go trust one. And nothing problems from 1992. You're solving the politically. That's who try home cover. Every place that you pass from 1992, your school placement issue and grow from good to the best is growing from good to the bad. Oba buying you my contractor for into your and grow from good to best is now getting out of hand. Contractor for shoddy work near me and grow until it's getting worse. Oba central for Juma, Yenukre na ye cano, a sotia net by the day. Oba Ghana for this year, cutting of corners, I want to transfer Abrabo is increasing by the day. Oba ya Mabunumswa. Quick win means to make money.
To make money.
Dan make ne unia ne kwa bo atwa na netia. Ana me ball abaso ball. ZP man. Me person we become a group of people when you try them because young man. So it's a group nim there and fine. But young. The key thing that he did. 3. Nyamisuro very very important. Nukredie. Onyamisuro ene onyame aseda ne onyama de man no. Ene nukredie. 2 onim die. It is osa onyame no or a dangerous a person. You cannot pull such a person down easily. It is need the whole abribiada
too much. They need the whole too much.
Yes, they need the
too much.
And now one way here, Obaka say onya masu. Onim de nyame ada na de ache. Anonim baby nyame di ni free ba. Anonim baby a oye de oko. Anonim nipa etwa no ho ahia so mu nyina nsem do na adweno e ya bambu adwene nko a. Se nyame ne ball ni mpanyfo achi doma na nke ye se ne wan se ye pagi ani ne Orlando na ZP. Ye pagi ani ne Sweden na ZP. Ye pagi ani wa ha ZP.
A Ghanaian.
Yes. So, Masre, Obia ni wa betima kati corners a jump line da. Obakako, Osibakako, ebe free moja. Osibe free moja. Because person 50 prekope now pause, ebe free moja. So the youth of today, they are cultivating and developing that mindset, the attitude is within 3 seconds, no. I say, oh no, I had the topmost young guy. What you mean? But a room where you cannot build this room within just a day. How much more room? You can't just this room, Crown.
Because even the ZP guy who said the story that you think, sir,
it has traveled.
School are not starting.
It has traveled.
He took time to take us through the entrepreneurial journey. Or start to say, or ton a year graduate year degree. Yeah. Your friend is stash. Yeah.
Or the tonton bibi
in US Emma black schools never US no anye bibi or den who say mubia. And mind you say he worked with EcoBank for a long time. He understood baby the apprenticeship also
the word is apprenticeship.
We prepare.
Yes. And then
preparation.
Peter Ford do one one kind of Ghana.
Bukatan kwa.
Na kana kwano say your filter kwana. Or say your shaft. When you remember also filter problem no na shaft or cause a shaft but na filter no and that's my problem you think
Asempa FE
can no crown baby only gear oil na nkasa be gu na nkasa onim I had to say me kai akochu me kai fanshuo I people windscreen on baby a ye dey say minia dem hu say odi gum kai the people that was a double cry there or they want to say I me be some car dey cry me or the gumi or want to say
brake fluid na
so the war everything
coolant nim
I don't people although they want to say afa me kwa me me na iso ni ba na what you show me na kwa ade agu iso ba ade obi so that's how an apprenticeship no Enduring, no, a problem for us. Me ko Kumasi. Akwara ba akwa ne mameti. Oh yeah, Ocean de Pamni, 3 years animal. What we are Jumano, we over till one at once. And I was we are correct. How would you even be blessed? How? Go back. Go and apologize to your mother. We are never almost a space of time that kind 3 months gonna car. We are blessed. We are over di dance. Over 20 feet. Not get one now. There was a problem in this country.
And people should understand that yes, entrepreneurs they also take a risk. Risk should be reasonable risk. I was a risk nyansa risk in say what start here juma juma yes over 3 years. We are juma 1 year we I say yes mean take a risk in my you are God's time not opportunity and mind you say on your experience from other businesses or
exactly a lot of big boys.
Let's go through the process.
Enduring is now the challenge for us. Enduring is now the challenge. Because maybe I don't be catch you. Now, mommy, the opportunity and privilege. Me ma a tip of because obi me actual book.
Sure.
Me ma a tip of my journey so far
in radio.
A lot of people are shocked.
FM 94.7.
Apart from the mercies and grace of God, we just didn't jump here. We just that is why I'm more credit baby America say so you babunu titu na unya kwanya that opportunity say obe serve e ya manyo semu uya babuna is one big opportunity for you. They also say with diligence, with focus, with determination, hard work, love for your country and patriotism, you need to excel.
Sure.
You need to excel because if you don't excel, what you are doing to yourself, they say, you are blocking the chances of other equally good people who would have gotten the opportunity and used it better. It's not just the opportunity. And the level of in politics, in business, everywhere, it's too much. Your success is not from your own effort. Effort there, about 2%. It's because at the end thereof, Onyame expect to say you bless your nation, you bless your family, you bless your friends, and you bless yourself. They be on the ladder, no? We are a successful person in the midst of all your challenges. Only last person to enjoy what you have.
Sure.
It's yansu so mama ya beti to because and na ya sorry anopa and you may we yen guarantee atu o winni ball we no na me nya sure say or extending the flight to be an otu kwa no na me nya sure say onim say
bibi sa
ade we besi onyame enkoso hu ye mobo no ye boafo because you cannot be bigger than God.
And one thing listening to tribute and air pour in also there are a lot of people they don't really publicize Nyoma papa ya omoye. Into him say the part of a chua na oye philanthropist ne ade na nipa bebre na ni. Yes.
Who's a prison for be so I was touched so much.
It after say ofri mo na nipa bebre na ehu that part of him. And I think ultimately the ehiane say when you are no more a day na nipa beka fa.
Ma ho bi say damn your track.
And I think it's one thing
ebeji ni enipa ambepenyin. Even though I disagree with Lumba Hona or the share because this is the promise of God.
Sure.
It is our promise, sure. And then I will start a new year. Wapomu de on sem as say here.
Yeah.
Usika obetimi akura and the investment and say here. One kasa wana muntu ne no kasa because Yakubu beka say to ano naraka.
To ano naraka.
One no betimi the problems abro.
Yeah.
So in as much as I disagree with that bit as nipa beji ni din nipa mepe me na me beji din pe nyinche ni nyina chi no ensunsuanso a ubenya ama uman ene wadofo ene wabusuan is key,
very very important
because I said yeah oye billionaire we are see esa ni su ene ne ban papa ntino ene sebi at this tender age of 31 we free ho koda mienu we and then
Yeah.
how are they going to really come to terms with this kind of loss?
Yeah.
Eti mesre onipa de enne na ye dia echina you are not guaranteed. Even enne no kra no se Kwabena Asante kasa wa ha wi a he is not guaranteed the next second. That is why we always plead for onyame nyuna say ohun ye mobo. Eti ye hwe yie and make us say it's far away from us and our tune away say David Adam ka bibi esi bia no say e onyame na strike you every system because umro atuso
dabe
na wo so hwe no umro atuso eti David Adam leave the day as if say today 20th of February your last day. You can only speak confidently because you lean on an altar onyame altar when you a certain verified assurance say onyame say ono bedi ni yi na ono akwa na montu nti eja etuba afuna etufa bibia nam wiem wo bia na empofuru onyame akikire wo efri sa na mani nyina.
And I think one key thing from the life of Achu would be nyame ede ade bi dua nipa bia mu talent. Well, nyame ma will be a talent. There is nobody on earth bibi ni ho e battle nipa no easily. Nyame de sa talent na ma use your talent well. Use it well. Maximize your potential. At 31 years, the whole world is celebrating a footballer, a talent, and the man. He honed his skills. No, soon ye. It is one key thing. And Bible count Galatians said, therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all men. As you have opportunity, in the opportunity, so ba na nyame to nsemua ye papa. Nipa binum trimu e den dodo. Ye papa. Do good. Do good. Do good to all men. Men kasa me dey me twen minya skabro su wi a. Yenye papa. Yeah. Achu was not the richest footballer, but people are talking about him for his time off the field than on it. Into the ball ne crow boy, the young man for this celebrating him more. And adoya na oye. In the Osha tribute airport in adoya na oye. Inti yenye papa. It doesn't hurt to do good. You know. Inti let's do good. Unyo opportunity. Nyamishra wa unyishra ma unkwa. And na ma ukonya public officer. You think say was me many mabusuane me yere ne me mane in this sikabiana wo pema wo. When you are taking decisions, it's you.
Yeah.
Only ni padomna omo destiny se hwe wonsem.
But that's why every day me can say the intercessory prayer Udima Empire continues to be a very key prayer. Would also 24 hours a day. You've forgotten that a lot of people also look up to you. You also look up to a lot of people. Etinipa na ukon wakoje adwen afri no ukon wakope ayimu afri no ono de onso ida kumpo kwasi tum a omanya adwuma onso ida kumpo me chire me yam come from 6 to 9 a.m. say enka no ho no ma nyansa sonko na enya attractive money pa me ondwene one day da o de obsora no pa de obedi nko no ire no mba. How can you think like that? I think we should grow beyond that. The moment you grow beyond that, Uma who said, "Ye biano, over Jini Ghana, over Jini Nipa do na impact in your Now, you're very selfish and jealous, and envy shouldn't be turned as by a part of us, and that is why we are creeping to this country. And we are any bread, Nantitutra, Anya way, that way, now quite party.
Interest levels is too much.
I cost through the door. It is a Yansha say one say Adrian, and say near. I repeat here again that. Ghana pass here to my pefra. It will be difficult for us. And the generation yet unborn, best subject here now to a scrutiny. One we be 2 years from Abuya. Quite painful, quite a my fast. It's true. Any panya di baby, any baby no. Quite a far Ghana fast. It's very important. It must say. And one thing that comes to mind, and some of my co-quanso experience, hey, I alone was over the weekend.
And a video, no, me who video, ja, more video,
and I'm saying that it is no news. That's how we have treated this country. Mama me and Kasa, it is no news. You could just get World Bank on this matter of Ayaloro for this BRT. Yeah, buses na Kasa me.
Any video,
and even from day one, when I am sometimes in Tiasi. Adiana World Bank for the Ghana local government. How can Ayalolo be under local government? How? That's my point. Minim Sebia, minim dear one it's
under local government.
It's under local government. How? Ayalolo is under local. In fact, my understanding is I heard Komusako pilot to Bakunko other regions was saying Anna Abaya resisted that move, no. Because I'm clear, don't feel say it is not serving any interest. But Ayalolo cannot be
in the buses. I didn't see home.
And Obi, So who be a chapter so actually
you'll
be amazed. And I'm saying quite cry sika de koye sa kwan.
You're saying no. You're saying no.
Until your man when obi an go jina baby when photo finish. Now be din koma for about 1 month to Ghana and 1 week. Hey, sika dey say I don't know the way and about say you must say dan you can come on because I alone cry you say I alone for the kasa and am baby Adia no friends no mo say ba say no makofa from the aba no dey call. Ba say no makofa from the aba no dey call. And then I mean say government should really look at this.
Local these buses cannot be there.
Yes,
no more transport ministry. Why?
But that's what I'm saying. A honor rift in one.
Because in the Ayalolo concept, no assemblies need play role.
Yes, that's what we're board now.
Yeah,
mayor.
Yeah,
and then the MCs and this.
In the assembly, no one say Ombe Jayama.
Yeah, so what I say. It's you share Ayalolo kwana. And say my boyfriend crowd background. Accountability matters a issue. And this is how we have solved the problems of this country all these years.
And while we do the boardroom wrangling, no, now buses need to see airport.
Yeah. It's way Obi. O started in 1992. Who even casa abanko. I had to try to see what I said. Now agreement with Ghana boka. The judgment debt. And I say for any companies concerned. Now when we that local government office for Bakubi and Newo.
Yeah, na cars be na. True partner this is here. See
we are no few crowd much like 4 cars. We grab by very bazaar. People do these things and they go scot-free because there's no checks and balances. Yeah. There are no accountability. People think that Ghana they how is there and Rebecca Sasa.
But when you even wonder say BBC you know we are called cabinet meeting ma ba app obehwe no na cabinet meeting go bi ampo go lempo ma
oh na we
go di we nkomo e de ade na ba na egu ho na epro na ebi mo twema nso it's not proper because ohwe bus dey go ho a ebro be 100 na sisi o
but that's what I'm saying
and public transport in this country is in a mess. I don't want while we have all these buses.
The other aspect of it is that the intent of this Ayalolo project was GPRTU I don't know fire. They were going to release the buses to GPRTU but prices are GPRTU for no and almost and talk. So the history of Ayalolo Nankasa is a serious conversation. A very serious conversation.
When on the Maslock, Ekofa is GPRTU.
I don't have those details, but the name say these were meant for GPRTU, but for the price tag. And the man way buy the management of it. Any sikakra and also another conversation that we should have on its own. But Ghana, don't be surprised with some of these things. And don't actually say Buapayum. You said that you said yes, solve the problems of this country, but we are abusing the opportunities and the privileges all of us we have. Buapayum. You said that you said yes, solve the problems of this country. My another typical example. They be other Ufo Kumasi Accra Road. Udu Osina, baby a Mumuadu, baby a Mumuadu Rural Bank.
Yeah.
Say Jano
Bank in the same
Mumuadu.
Bank in the
oh, that's a rural bank today. That may not try Bobby Dino. Yeah, Bobby.
Oh, that's a sexy names.
Oh, Debbie. Mumuadu, ye DM,
Mumuadu.
Yeah, Muadu
Rural Bank.
Osino Honor. Oh, don't do one ma. I'm going to sit the document on the side of one. Now, highway,
yeah. Oh, my Jaffa.
They've closed the gap.
Osino.
Yeah, who do Osina? They've closed the gap. Udu Konongwa. Virtually, they are now closing. Sunday we are and Konongo for in Koko from Madarma Muntie. A taxi driver Tiku for say a normal route but this Sunday I witnessed the new business say Tiku highway so I could dear we know you turn. Master said a page Tiku yeah. I witness it. Yes, business you. Apart from Gaiji Dia no about it, on the trouble me na car sashi shopping people kwanso. Me dem witness it. You business it. Me ni eja any achi any osomudi. Na highway kwada we dey try highway say.
Who tell you
left, right. Me say already fast on nipa phone o gumi crancy. But say you war so kwose baby.
Eh, omo na woti ko.
Yes. Na car no call the pimie no. Wan fa no wan you. Ono ntimi ko bi. Ono so ko share wura no bi. Yes. Now driver Friday, Saturdays taxi driver for no one tactical drivers no Konongo and in Kongo as if second a normal route. She said normal route no money namso. It must say assembly for no nyina yes mo this education A highway continues to be a highway.
It's a highway for crying out loud.
No matter say abeshe ukron finfin, it's a highway. And afa konongo ufrim eye snake for no say ofro and say people bi so no e also adani dwadi. Ka asania ahyegatam akunipa o several times. But still ufra assembly one ma people no so sani and say ofro and also konongo proper. Before we rock Konongo station one, it depends on the door free bar. So if you are crab bar, we do station one and not conform before. If you come and say bar, we do before and not go to station one. And also more close in. Kontomre, Jenny, Nyadua, and all those are more close in. Now
assembly is new one.
Oh, now assembly is obi. A man yourself no more you. Debi America, if our assemblies were very effective, anka nyoma bebre wo AC or Ghana nki central government. Make we do baby am say so what happened to us in what happened? Because they will have a certain power.
A certain power to do
for an effective assembly work. But as it stands now, the assembly is difficult.
Yes, sis, I lolo bases in the Kumasi newo. Omani Uria, minute sampain bidding koba mi I've stumbled upon this report. A reporter on Turkey and relevant for us because of the emboldened code and how we build in this country. The School of Civil Engineering, National Technical University of Athens, Greece.
Okay.
A preliminary report on the failures of multi-story buildings in Turkey and Syria. After the earthquake, yes, granted, say earthquake we now no adding. But almost research I show pictures and I'll show some of the pictures for you. Oshe columns, dining columns, and now beams any idea. Chale inti me share and I'm say and the Ghana had a CD. Say earthquake cry three day. And I'm afraid that earthquake cry is measured in BBR. Say a see Ghana had dying in when I show you some of the pictures. And this is Turkey and Syria. I'll talk to Sampain when I come. I'll show you some of the pictures. No one said in your ACT. Honorable Sampain, you may Kumasi. Honorable Akwaba, that's saying. Okay.
Me Kumasi, not man plan say be crying, but receive me very well.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Or reflect why he's a mayor.
Oh, yeah, mayor Kumasi.
It do better enough, you know. Na betting ya bro median.
Oh, okay.
For instance, Jubilee Park.
Yes.
A year near Kochawas. Me my best me you I think Cherina Busha Moma Sumra Santina Tubey. A Kumasi Nimpong Mayor Kumasi Sampain. I've been a my was the same.
Oh, my hair pie
was the same.
Honorable, so be Aboko.
Yamiad Makaze that time. Uncle Chandy and I'm some coach. I
don't know. Now, wait a fair way, Bonnie. I mean, Enra abandoned you who videos be viral on social media. I lolo buses be, but we are told say it was Peswaso, Kumasi Metro. At the saying,
yo, me that say Obi, which I will see for now. Before now, my name assembly about assembly the Juma. Say I might say and sister Uba assembly now apart from the chief executive or your government or president appointee one more can assembly members no some are appointed members others are elected members and the time war the technocrats one more civil and public servants one more example and two people so more DJ baby our can Posifoi or she on any ray she the call ye nibi. Maybe me win and crab catcher, driver or mam not there. We were most at my baby joe, tabby baby trap. Say, Obi and who no one multi executive mania. And yet the technocrats no. Woman a word development planting for your way environment. Your work sanitation, your work social welfare. And one more said this say, one be who be the bad discuss chief executive LED normal taking the decisions on actions to take. And you thought that be a most of these things escape because we say there be a mechanic in their phone say, who be a friend call me and tell me say ya couldn't be say because they need surveillance systems are a waha who bet you who say, well a big and I can't be for her and I say. This will be who and we are na ya man ko so akwa ntia na e man ti ase no emra kosa back to ayalolo ba video I make mo kan me win but I know say some 2 weeks ago media has been called because buses will be AC about no come say you were over 60 of those buses yet the ST4 yard in there for Oforikum a hof and the buses AC the ST4 no so buses no a bar yet the no can inside no one send you over or park was. What I can tell you, they say almost all the buses, apart from the few are in saying any few are here say display pass, every free suppliers will be back near their Emma. Almost every bus a road where they are equipment. This Christmas we deployed almost all the buses on the route to help with passengers in the Christmas festival. And in some of the bar me I didn't tell my video now, but I know the reason. But I can tell you privately. All bizarre. Dominic, I've told you why. He can tell you. But me, we may go be any matter. That's it. Now, I send you be back. No be no creative impression. They say things are so bad. That is not the
situation. You can confirm, say, buses are you who know buses are Kumasi indeed.
Maybe who you.
Okay,
but they can't hear the end of say I'm passing more and I make actual say your bus is never handled over 70% a year, but more than 80% cry a roadway. Kakrabi and a fault a 1 I was a supplier to know and a day pass in the back near the year.
By roadworthy, you mean say
they're always on the road.
They are on the road. Kumasi for a fubi.
What's it?
A year Juma Kumasi a man for 4.
Aye. You're running and one running at an entity, one more on board, one more BBR. They are not making losses. They make profits at the end of it. Oh, they who call Honorable Samawa. The country say, Kumasi, this year passes. And when a performance, one more competent performance, they're far better than what they have in Accra. Because we don't post losses.
Kumasi, the end this year, and Yalolo.
Ayalolo buses live by any name on this year buses.
At this year buses. Now say a share Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem Transport Ministry.
Oh, say with the Transport Ministry and a facility, no. Into Amukra na my will be a Nipa Amukra by and woman a year routine maintenance of those buses. And so I would say the Abakumi and be a grounded part, you know, and woman say by a man. And then my some normal bar, woman is or baby sounds so now to the moon. Say, what one shall look through or to make up after said is the same motive.
No, maybe about because I will share video. I may ask us video, but I will share video on the Nipana channel. I say all the buses are parked at one place. Is it your argument? Say, if indeed, say, when a Kumasia, the buses parked there, na buses are. Akwa Juma ba na be park ya na sa no pa
medical cancer will say the buses no a majority are roadworthy. Myself cancer say you use the premises of STC and na you a park buses entini nyina kwa Juma ba e be park wo ho no say STC ba bia wo ma agu the concrete na sefo no e ho no ye ma rest no the parking on sensan bia e wo ni mu ho no eso entu kwana se obehuna e was the time to
FM 94.7
but no so just say enyaduma na minim time a dipa no ko chae e bi kura no a na holiday bi ya na da man ko ejuma na ma ko ejuma ba no de ababetwa na so we would not deploy the bus because yam fa mu nyina ngum at once if we say bus there e to be e bi betina for say kwan so now you need to quickly no would you for na they call and now no be say na me akasa na me fi about it and na me who say you call the bus is the back one the tipa truck be up him na transport officer no planting see an abeg minute or two na me do call so I had to quickly call them for a change of the bus and no be passengers na kwe let us be a do low of hours now the one will not go to the peak hours. The package bin if it's all run here, operational cost higher than the income that will come. It's at certain points in the day, your package buses, especially mid morning to mid afternoon, your package buses, but in the mornings and the evenings and the night and at dawn, it's a different matter altogether.
Oh, okay. And the company now, independent company now, manage buses, no? Or more reported Emma KMA na.
Oh yeah, KMA company.
A KMA company.
Yeah, the active board, I work board chair, I work for a run.
Oh, okay. Inti we no more year Jumana, then you pay back the facility at Transport Ministry guarantee, ma'am, no?
It's supposed to be so.
But is that what is happening?
Yeah, we effect returns the LGA central government. And then I'm just say, yeah, manipulating your crime, your rates, any affairs, our form change.
FM 94.7.
Well, it's time to play this thing.
Metro Mass and
the private sector.
Okay, private sector for no. Okay.
Okay. But the private sector. One more year rate in the Krano, form because as a means to say, the metropolis commuters, normal subetime move around.
Okay, not just that buses we're not running within Kumasi on.
A big out of Kumasi.
Now within Kumasi, the more special route my buses because Accra or more create BRT lanes so Muobi.
But before me you question we are company no. When is the Auditor General and audit of account every year?
Yes.
Until I should tell you, say, we are into serious business. And you are growing now, yet. Then I make a big who be here. You are not the sickness of name. Or moving on to see what much that I against the PHS and Mr. Mekoswa in the end. The Mikoko some day and say, no, I must put to protect old videos, men are super respected at the end at the moment. Or more efficient. Buses, you operate in Kumasi and beyond Kumasi. A big book out of jurisdiction.
Okay.
A big call Mancranso, a big call BBNE, a B, a Bicham, a far, a Jusonum, a call Butumchi, and an asset. The time you know, can say, your new World Bank, a one Shabia, your technical meetings, the brave. Last week, I had to come to Accra. The letters be a swap Musaka, any facility be a or more bus rapid transit on BRT, Ewukumate. And the no one character said the local government ministry, finance ministry, and a transport ministry. The two one more. World Bank representatives have been in Kumasi on about 4 occasions. We met them in Accra on about 3 occasions, and the technical team is set up, made up of the urban roads engineer and other transport. Another technical person, me proud them in Kahon as a politician. The only committee that I chair, as my first year, the whole of the greater Kumasi. I include all the municipalities and the adjoining districts, at the committee, me chair that committee. But all the stuff is technical in nature. Offer urban roads engineer, engineer now. The transport officer insight into. But so far there, the facilities are dedicated lane.
Very well.
But they are running normally
with the other buses. Okay, very well. Yes. Mama Yenasi, the Anubesi. Now, where the final question, Swami MP, no, we are interested. Obeko.
Oh, Maka, me see, say honorable Chairman Sabus, or Kase Onko Bima. Me something, me running because Bobby. So I mean, I was voted for as a ward secretary in August of 1992. Now me, I'm right here to say. Now that time the ward it is a electoral area. And now me was 7.
Okay.
And yeah, Anumanyu Pata, Anumanyu Fie, Takwa, and Macro. Siren and about you must and she shared by you move to the polling station. And I became the polling station chairman for Shalom
94.7
polling station in 1998 till because the regional secretary in 2010, Akunyani too, because I couldn't have played a dual role.
Sure.
And I've been a part of the look at the polling station at the consensus level all across. It was so.
Very well. Omana or question Bibu sir.
No, Bibu me you say minimum say can dey in Alaba honom no.
Alaba. Okay.
Atetare should do.
No, say Alaba should be under you.
Enter me Bibu say who said that no Mamediki.
Alaba wanda wo.
Alaba yes KMA Aswansi Akwetiala honom ene what do you say?
Asokore Mampo. Inti Alaba wanda KMA.
We have huge challenge there from operators of Pragiano Nasifono in Ghana no I politics me handling I so difficult no. Yeah. And the kind of name of just like before Christmas we embarked on a massive desilting exercise in that. Obi, could you imagine say you took that anajo the cover prisoners, the fire service more, the cleaning move at that chin, you buy another what you couldn't do. One must see who Korea, now for sister baller, actually in the bottom, and no matter the big kumo. Now, when you may say, junkies now, a while around the world, what think I want to cooking that support. One morning, a person sank for baller. Instead of stadium, the record down, normal kuku, no transport and transfer. Areas where we were no baby on Binya, no more alcohol. But right now, our sanitation and environmental health departments are working really hard, and we do our best to most of the time make sure that they
very well.
I also have difficulty with transportation and worker because one might be assigned one more. Then we have reports to say the metro gas at Wamukono or my say. Apart from that, I have evidence, even including yesterday, I withdrew previous runabout. That project, that private party will quantify. Now one MTTD officer and nominating who 18 couple. Now why is the quiet enforcement in the OB? So we'll call we are no be after 1 CD, and then network cabinet will be or 1 CD data, not our record, not the P. As you said, for the fault of it. And I got angry with the officer and I told him, say, I tell we shall again. And this happened just yesterday afternoon. The fee, the West Coast, the fee when I'm in the meeting officer around 5 o'clock, and I'm going to add this today. And if we have challenges with those, but we are our best to remedy this.
Very well. So, Honorable, Bibiani, a best about who you that's a period, why?
That's what that's in no, ma'am,
Honorable Sampine, attending can mayor of Kumasi, Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem FM. But there is one thing we would have to address. I don't know, say, Yaka, but as a Nsenke, Oman, these new police officers are be bringing a visibility team. It is good what the management of the Ghana Police Service. You can see the visibility in the police for are all over the place. But man, see the pension for them to sit down and be on their phones, no. Too much. I don't pay phone who you know. Yeah, come on. Hey,
I'm simple man. Me site chum.
Oponglo.
Chum. I don't call it oponglo.
Oponglo.
And oponglo and oponglo.
Oponglo,
oponglo.
Yes. Oponglo.
Hey,
Legon, Oponglo.
Hey, but say they wouldn't be able.
Now say how me go school. Me Oponglo pa.
Ne bokwa yo dey one go school. They be am site ho for the mouth.
Charlie,
am site ka okudi for 94.7. Obi I don't know.
I'm to bench so show me phone so say din
come for police for some back one. Fuel on the copper petrol so. Every administration be and also be a challenge.
Patrol. Police patrol, fuel no.
On the copper petrol.
Na so mo baby o mo feel o mo car sana.
It's literally IGP. And it's worrying because compromise is a bemdo and yet fuel no more the copper petrol. Yeah, they should be careful. Because yes, I'm call for the be war or papa. So what I say, baby, they'll pick up the fuel from people with questionable characters and activities.
na e was so mokoko
e basa na so ma compromise
it
so at asenti omo hwe ho yi fuel opposite for fuel the copper patrols and I make cause we show na mo antiase sa eye blue for no mo ye from say nkra
community police for no
shaggy wo pariosi skills earthquake is measured in scales.
Okay.
That's shaggy. That's okay. Community police for. Who's an better case? Arrest. Echo night patrols.
Yes.
Extra statements.
Yes.
A reasonable percentage of details in relation to our security setup. Sanko for no. Still the job JJ Musao.
We don't engage.
Maybe we obi no the
training away anyway.
No the
it's a huge security lapse, eh?
Sadia no kwa any pose for omontade any pose for omonsa so makoto omotria kawen so abasem any air pose for fuel on the copper patrol messe say administration way o see so problems so dey ada meka IGP back no me no kasa wa hanma de okomi krum ni no
upon boy
no kasa na mum dem say police bia ba obe share logistics challenge police ni bia ba obe share whatever challenge enye easy sir by best police ni bia obaba by IGP no at least obi unye ni packet wa what you've gone through in the policing service both local and international it's your only choice than to bring all those skills on board, those innovations and those creativity to help shape and improve the kind of policing system that we have. The police be the IGP from them fully ready for the crazy. Echo the fine gentleman, police back or dressing and open back or found one also or cause we are to cool police. Nice man, friends.
Quite
a particular champion, quite a champion. Debbie Bakubi a
Alasan Mohammed Alasan.
Debbie Bakubi, very nice man.
Oh, do you know a forensic expert?
Yeah, man.
Oh, and who for fair? Need you say on a choir now upon Bueno?
Yes, I'm making. Obi.
Yeah.
They came to meet challenges, and with the system, you continue to meet challenges. But appear to. Very nice man. Or found 1 second and who's the perfume and cause was water from so what has it? It appeared to be Obi and also what called the quiet.
Sure.
And you are Patrick Champions, maybe also be a child. These people, Obi, you can't just write them off. These are serious policemen and a lot of experience and exposure. So you cannot come and give the usual excuse that every normal individual say you need car, you need petrol.
Yeah.
That is why you nipa wo ye ni de obetimi aye and they say to me na dey am out. You have your able lieutenants there.
Sure.
You have the COPs, CID Panyimo, you have your Kofi Buachi COP, you have your Onus, you have all these revered people there. You have other COPs there. It's a combination of various ideas and innovations, creativity. Ebeboa ama the policy that we are all looking up to because here the end of policy shatadia kojina baby strategically to save and to watch okwa now the other one or tipin kro
traffic not jamming na man for the police or share the phones my dream woman say no parking motor nobody's interested. Meaning say police visibility. See, a whole COP in charge. There's a director of police visibility. They should check that. They should check that thing.
And again, what do we grab and observations are your cause and making? Now it's not in the wisdom of the police.
Yeah.
In the checks necessary back. The rate
police checkpoints.
Yeah, I said back. Me the means to shame our Brazil. I don't know and I cannot know because the police hierarchy has not shared that opinion with me. But I feel said the cost or Obi.
Some of the checkpoints should be
some activity. But they know better. But I'm suggesting that say because say the nipa be one exchange. Two, anybody born my mukra we are quite suspicious, but only detailed person. But
the other thing is time and that's our checkpoint in the world. You've been using the Kumasi Accra road. Time and that checkpoint, did they do anything to curb
a certain level of
driving now
for driving? Level of
are you sure?
A certain level, 100%. But a certain level, I know that my obi driver to bury be do one man
or slow down.
Or
as or yet the police.
Wow. The canon. Osisi ananso osisi bibia wa na osisi no etuni kwani obi media me ne madwene no me suggest say if possible but they know better and Kabeya and some of these checkpoints, no, or more
key ones,
yes, or more activity. Now, a certain level of discipline and focus. Embra, yakwa. So must say, a force problems on back was almost check your boots, almost share counts, almost 9 hours, page in a casa. Now, for the Biaja in your papa. And I highway no page and I saw no page no do. I know the body in the Kushaka. I drive a 4 billion
Omutiati no
monami. It would do body in the or this now, but ne pia want to go in Jawako. And they unfortunately
too risky. Why would you do that?
Well, it be a means be any or debate and under normal circumstances. A cry is room ready.
Well, who checkpoint was a
cry man is also who do I slow? Anna, yeah, some of them are doing fantastic work. Ubetima corner position now. Would you say now to be Jebref or tired?
So some of them are so maybe a crown passengers in the
and Quensiano Adoso, especially what the answers at once and Buffy Kumasi and alcohol offering cry qua. What trap baby crabs you see on what than we are they will teach you all this, but Ghana for Obi
94.
There are stubborn people. You're very stubborn, Obi. It's managing the problems of this country. Managing the problems of this country, Obi. And you joke. And you joke. But the normal meaning be pejamimu. Bakuye Dom Kuma no MPP NDC party.
Yes.
Almost
I wanted to read.
Then now we are the minority, so
sure.
Probably maybe.
But before we read, let me read some few messages on topics I had discussed so far. We say, please warn the drivers too. Some of them, particularly the trotro drivers, do not respect the youthful police officers. You know, the police officer is a small boy, driver for information. It's also because most of the trotro drivers do not respect the young police officers. It's the uniform. It's the uniform.
So only disagree a different and by a book also. Some is almost any party say sure. It's post ni soldier ni immigration ni whatever.
94.7.
I just abuse the privilege and the man nebia one no crown betimi akasaka. But say pass a post ni na juma wo mra kwanzo a. Sebi
na ukotua fa
no president awo ye sebi enye o man hini awo ye. Ana enye dwadifo hima ne wo eye ojina ya nem ka tell say sintowe and one wound no but it say Ghana for nyina it doesn't matter who you are and omo e chi omo a omo be kire so omo super power no or be flash me see na so benti no mum yen deal with the issues na mo because emra ye hihye no yan ti ye bambo ti hihye mra o na se be hye no asa abusu dia mum yen nya mra na
hihye Obi, I would advise Sampine not to contest any MP seat. He will rather lose his credibility because no DCE or MCE will win any of the NPP primaries. They are tired and should not be allowed to waste the party's chances. Gasti man, Brekum. With this advice to Sampine.
Gasti mi yonko pa no ono chere me baba de or lecture.
Yes.
Na we free. Na lecture
otherwise then. Also, the MC be the DC be
primary. We don't have check gas to be transfer. Who will do check gas to the enemy be transfer? We go because for baby we the Miami no. It make me cry. So who know the channel
I'm only amused about the conclusion say enya the MC be able. I mean that conclusion of mine. I'm surprised.
For paying about who their man there be
I'm really surprised. I mean, so I say, the MC be able to win primaries. Hey, that bold, authoritative conclusion. Obi, good afternoon. May the soul of Christian Achu rest in peace. KK Wakasoa, thank you. Kweku Inti, okay, Ghana news page. Kweku Inti, that's it. On the earlier message, nearby on driver for Emu young policeman. No, where he said, when you have eaten and you are satisfied, when you build fine houses and settle down, when your herds and flocks grow large and your silver and gold increase and all you have is multiplied, do not forget the Lord. Never say it's your power and the strength of your hand that has produced this wealth for you. Deuteronomy 8. In the Samuel Brian Boabeng. Yes. And anyway, but that's one of my favorite
Samuel Brian
chapters in the Bible. So we say that's from Paulus on Kaswa or say Okay, into Paulus in Kaswa, let's stick to issues I here discussed. And yes, tangentials no and shada MYA. To my ever beautiful sister, Mrs. Lydia Wusu Kranting of Kibi Demonstration School. Happy glorious birthday to you, sis. May you never lack anything good in this life. We love you. For myself, your husband, Mr. Wusu Kranting, administrator of Kibi Presbyterian College of Education, and the kids. We say live to be 94.7 and beyond. Alex Martinson, Edway Abrain. Happy birthday to Dickin Godwell, Deputy Global Youth Organizer, ACCI Youth. God bless your new age, bro. Master Planner Junior, Ewo Kintampo, and on the way, I pray messages no so but let me stick to more. Okay, wait, so Obi, Sampine has paid his dues. He deserves to be the next MP for Swami. Ernest or Taifa, oh dear. And no. Obi, please help me wish my father, the overlord and the paramount chief of Sabon Zongo, Accra, a happy, glorious birthday, and help pray for the national chief imam for coming through with his blessings. Okay, greetings to Honorable Ebenezer Ninanate, Sadato or Sabon Zongo, now the way I pray. It has my member what on my hene requested. Nafi, yen kind 2 statements yen sakai. One over the weekend about Kunso and 90. The one from the NDC National Executive signed by the Honorable Fifi Fiavikwete, or say statement on vetting and approval of new ministerial nominees. The NDC has long expressed concern over the very large size of the current government and shares the views of most Ghanaians, including civil society, that it must be reduced, bearing in mind the current massive economic mess the country has been plunged into by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. Despite numerous appeals, President Akufo-Addo has quite characteristically remained adamant and tone deaf. The leadership of the NDC has, against this backdrop, directed the minority caucus in Parliament not to approve any of the new ministerial nominees and to further push for a reduction in the size of government with a view to reducing the needless drain on scarce public resources. In this moment of haircut, the most important thing the government can do is to do governmental haircut. Our directive to the minority in Parliament, we believe strongly, aligns with the genuine sentiment of most Ghanaians. Enough is enough. Signed, Honorable Fifi Fiavikwete, General Secretary, NTC. And I just want some bit of clarity. Maybe spokesperson of the party, Ibebusano, said the party should not approve any. I'll say the minority caucus in Parliament should not approve any of the new ministerial nominees. I don't know, say, because we know, so to say a Greek any trade, say, you know, a vacancy.
So I see 4 people. I see Stika, I see Katie, I see Brian. And some of what it means to me who he is.
No, but my point is, so what can say any of the newer? There was an Greek minister who resigned. Yeah. There was a trade minister who resigned. By this statement, are they saying, say, president replacement away for those 2 ministries? No, the minorities should consider them as new in terms of approval one.
But even if they say so, they have reasons, because one, a Maori if you say, Omarizi, Nyomabe,
yes, 94.7.
Oh, my boss, senior Andy can come. Good afternoon, Mr. Basso. Unim, Didi Kain, Omakacho say, was sure any baby, Honoma, or more dreaming. It's so Ubomodian so with me.
Obe Meji.
The Tosubium, Omasa Kase, baby or how deputies, me and son, and name me, no, or more a Dawson. Omujidi say a Dawson. Sure. Omasa really say, no cressa by ordinary 7. Nasa, oh, pass, I was here, catty head, yeah. I just say, you know, and you may be a near the Canadian. It's an say, brave woman into the yen to me, yes, on your money day. Sure. A beam. Sure. It is also now catty cat. If there's any haircut, bar, and some about Dika, you, dear, yes. Ne crack, and they said, Adentina, still, Omujidi Muno. These are things that may make deductions if you pay what they have written.
Yes.
I don't know. Say Katie I say area could free any area
Alan Martini.
I don't want align, and I won't share Obia, Ujiris Obetimi, a shooting up amongst these uncalled for that now. No more continue any.
No, but I would say the difficulty with that proposal, and I get the where your party, when you look at the minority statement, minority for went further. Okay. Apart from the general directive of party, minority for went further to make some proposals. Yeah. If you take the proposed ministries, a minority for only free say was say let me see. They say, for example, say we are calling for the following: the immediate reduction in the number of ministers from the current 86 to 65. You know, number on this will be 65. On this will be 86, man, 65. And here one. Number 2, the merger of ministries. For example, information and communication, transport and railways, chieftaincy and tourism, sanitation and local government. Examples from Mama. My argument is say when you take trade, they are not calling for trade to be merged with any other ministry. They are not calling for agri to be merged with any other ministry. But there are new nominees going there. Are they saying, say those new nominees pursuant to party statement or the common minority some new nominees are echo agri any trade they should not approve them?
Well, that did maybe will be impatient. They can. Say minority extension.
Yes.
They kind of say. We are calling for 94.7. Fantastic submissions from the NDC party. They should have ended it and tell Ghanaians. It says ministers 40.
And on Befa. Maybe no be manifesto.
Baby, hold on. Baby, yes. And yes, certain interests at certain point in time. Near selective. Issue to young interest. The pretty pictures, the Adrian Ghana,
94.7.
See, I see in level grounds. May I side with them? If it's a party position that, there's a way will be genuinely. The jury any powerful fraud in a banner, and won't for Nipana be boom, Naki can be boom. Okay, can be to boom as our ministries too, more aligned to any other ministry. It's just a more clear.
Yes,
it is a genuine issue.
I think that clarity should come in the communication.
You challenge yourself and tell Ghanaians that in the midst of all this,
system ministers.
We are not going to wait for manifestos again because all these years, manifesto promises any social contract do not cry some of these interactions or make no they juma it's yanko train manifesto say it's in pockets here but easy ones here about me say the almost can one they say the make say His Excellency the former president say or no teacher for sorry or much so back be my answer or you say waka
on train manifesto waka
and it is a brand so now we are Kokwasa Ghana man pay with Wadaroma.
The okay.
And son be paid to me no. And some be one kasa who should steer affairs. One kasa okay. It will be very nice in the midst of their 80 to 65. Tell us that even us. Ecosystem 50. Because we are calculations per year. Ghana. Sister no kromo can media home Brazil. Still crown. A dose.
Mimi, I go always with the suggestion of Kwabene Japan. Say the framers of the constitution had a reason why they say a cabinet should not be more than 19 ministers. And really, maybe in their thinking, they did not even think there will be a minister on your cabinet minister. Every minister will be a cabinet minister there. It should not be more than 19.
Why should we have more than 19?
It's a conversation we can have. And I think, yes, sir, minority start but I said we should begin to get some specifics in their communication
exactly.
Saying
very important
and I think we need some bit of clarity maybe sienya or more the ministries no more a proposal abai emerge information and communication. Yes, we've gotten a point that emerge is our 2 million under Mahama it was merged. Transport and railways the same. Chieftaincy and tourism, I don't know, say any time here, I merge two, but they are calling for a merger of that. Sanitation and local government, they merge that, it's easy for them to go back. They also say, the immediate reduction in the number of political appointees at the office of the president, the immediate scrapping of all amorphous creations and waste pipe, job for the boys, appointments since the assumption of office of President Akufo-Addo in 2017, the work of those undefined amorphous creations must revert to established entities in the civil and public service that perform similar, if not same functions. Now, some of the positions no almost scrapping.
See, Omanum Puntu.
Yes.
Only grow to prepare. And they've been in power before.
Sure.
So job for the boys of Jubilee. You can't and almost scrap with you, Anna. There are a lot of jobs for the boys during their time too.
But
when it suits you, it's a solution to our problems. And you that. When it suits you, that's what the MPP did in opposition. Sweet talks. The reality has caught up with them. That is what the NDC is doing in opposition. Ghana, because if you are not truthful to some of these things. Also just said
maybe with the benefit of hindsight now. They are advising.
The NDC has not been in power for just a term.
No.
So
yeah, I know.
Say on fear Diosia, so some of the commentaries they give to us, sometimes you are asking yourself that mobile opposition but they have the right. But don't simplify it as if say some of these things, it will not.
Yeah, but some of the amorphous entities, creations, almost say, Oko presidency, you youth ambassador for diaspora affairs, almost say, Omanpenyin Scrappy, you policy associate. You were chief executive of public sector reforms. You were overseer of the National Cathedral. You were church relations manager, diaspora church mobilization officer, policy and coordinator analyst, focal person La Francophonie, technical director La Francophonie, coordinator special development initiative secretariat, director of special project, manager of operations and programs, technical communications assistant. Technical communications assistant, almost 5. Samuel Brown Barbie share. You almost Samuel Brown Barbie.
All these positions now, so-called created by this administration. Yes. It is our responsibility. It cannot be their responsibility.
Yes.
They will throw in their political bit and paint a picture of trying to save Ghana.
Sure.
It's our responsibility that during the tenure of the NDC, some of these apparatchiks when you have access to Jubilee House.
Yes.
When we spoke about it. So if Ghana doesn't take a position, I am binding on all parties and individuals.
Yes.
This back and forth, any crocodile John same way there. I side with the position of the party. Say, at the end of the nipa doors 2% say
yes.
And they also I want to woman who feel be there. To an amount be also say I want to know can was no. Also who adjust the situation. I agree.
And then I think it's not just the NDC, even the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council call it say a buying expenditure on
all these political communication and this in
some positions in their parties in our best.
Please. Yes, sir.
Only one thing I find interesting. The last time Kojo was to buy, I said presidential staff 2 from each constituency.
And I was say real problems. But it's back to how our constitution is aircraft on Obi. Constitution aircraft on any money be Obi. Emma a certain Aquanya be Emma to me from and so
also no be presidential staff 2 from each
constituency. For instance, who are better no the kitchen.
Oh no, baby.
That's the point.
The only thing is the only injunction is also the list called parliament, list of presidential staffers or the called parliament. Or the Beko.
Until Mr. Obi.
Yeah.
On mine I no. That's why I make catch say, for instance, and I asked an Ayarigane Katie, I back and forth. I say, Obi HSM, Obi Betan, who say number of presidential staffers, trade minister, or no, number of presidential staffers, or 2 million, which machine everyone. Yeah. So we should also be fair.
Sure.
So we buy money so I said one Brazil, said only pano, from anybody who appear before Parliament. Parliament also, in all humility, should not assume that they are the Alpha and Omega.
Yeah.
Now they almost arrogate to themselves a certain power. Be too much.
But they also almost statement and then had some very interesting point about the unconscionable raise in government expenditure, almost 82 billion Ghana cedis to the expenditure from 2023 compared to that of 2022. It's something the Oma line some new maybe say buying cabinet retreat, born ties, ne batteries for official vehicles near the Charlie.
That is why you need connect. You go and we will pull a document. Mutena no. Every number of times I want to within a month. No, outrageous. Now my hobby, all regimes in IMF and a cut yet to size in terms of material. Why are we talking as if they are? That's what me catch us saying. All these things are my prescribed ones. Would go back into history. I chose that we don't develop, we worsen our situation. So in this time, why should this party come and just destroy the whole thing? Oh, the other side, end this time, that's how we know. Yeah, quite mass of my person to I don't need to be any reasonable with Ghana. Why? They have a point. But the entire Yaudi woman say, on point when you will be seen in opposition. When they come back to power,
there are two ways in actually.
You assign all apparatchiks to various positions. Who could raise Bape Erika J? And it's a very catch us. Now was uncle for one time on the water. And more than I was to be kind. And you get to be kind to me and Tumpo. So could raise Petro Assemble NDC in your climate. Like I said, Petro boy, Dan Canamo and tell the Monka we be ma. On my catch say, na Petro Bonne Kaka Mokra people time there. Yen ya buy, yes, Emma Petro boy. So everything we do, we don't progress because. Yeah, but China are too self-centered. Tima say political parties, they should be a little bit truthful and rise up above.
One thing that is also true, and it's said Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council and I mean, in this time, if there is anything about to demonstrably show, say or cut down the expenditure, government would have to do it. And I think the optics, important in these times. Government would have to
be seen.
They should be seen to be cutting expenditure deliberately. Yes, it might be coming from the minority, but in your minority in Kwanaka, there are some other very respectable.
Even with the minority, I don't have a challenge with them. Sure. Even with ND, because I take their position.
The lack of principles in our politics.
Even if it takes NDC 100 years to come to power. This matter will still come back to this. We'll have the same conversation and the
lack of principles.
That's the problem.
Politics,
and me kwara me say minority no omo nkwatena emusa questions so because I know mo trade I mean na either say omo musa question. So what I say omo critique all those kind of
no what they've said in their minority statement, what they've said they say consensus or omo kind I think for its first kind almost say we in the minority wish to make it clear that we remain committed to ensuring greater scrutiny and will spare no effort to protect the public purse. In line with this, we are taking part in the vetting process so that at the very minimum, we can scrutinize the president's decision in bringing up those nominees. However, the minority will not subscribe to a consensus vote at the level of the appointment committee.
But will be whether consensus or no consensus. 13 speaker decision, chairperson. Do what? It will make a difference.
Yeah, but almost
about floor on them. Yes, they be able. Now when will be that?
Almost they would rather everything comes to the full house.
Ghana for say NDC crown
for a vote to be taken in secret.
But I'm saying the why is it? This secret that you can almost shock them.
Minority for
they shouldn't even rest their vim in secret voting. It's not true. Media Ghana, I believe, whether it's coming from the minority or the majority, once it serves the Ghana interest, that's how we have to look at it. The Ghana interest continues to be very key and paramount. And to your politics, who serve mischief, whatever, or political communication. At the end thereof, when say, we are a potential government in waiting. We are a potential government abet matwaso. Unsushye wanamontuo utrimpo okasebia oyebiano. It should be Ghana centered. Ansa na ba party ni ebusuane namfo. Say ama Ghana na ndi enimbribia da. Obi getting results for this country It's going to be a problem.
Alfred Kojo Tredel said, Obi, good afternoon. Why are you finding it very difficult to understand the letter signed by the NDC General Secretary? Don't we already have deputy ministers for trade and deputy ministers for food and agric? Why can't the president elevate some of the deputies to the various
elevation does not come easy like that.
Let's all be mindful of how the economy is being run and stop comparing the NDC to the NPP. Ghana now is bleeding. Let's be mindful of the expenditure. Alfred Kojo Tredel
said consistently he's part of the multimedia friends.
Sure.
But Wadaruma, and think they say man paying with discretion. Yeah. Say some man paying or no catch say say. And it's easy for me to do ABC. The name make my way through this means. And then I say Amamu Krano, John Mahama is excellency kind. Or Kwamano no say challenger or no any party work on this debt restructuring. It's been that incommoding it out from a challenge on the two now. Ebi ankoba approaching in a different manner. But I want to be running free restructuring. Sure. So I don't know. It be a style. His Excellency the former president, everybody the Juma, and it's a style on the Juma, and the so a memo dear, ye per se Ghana, you say, and ya bri ye pana, ye merakuni and obi. As I say, let's look at it because a bro so said intimate such them. And on the hard. Yes, sorry, crack, maybe sorry, fish, crarubi. My message to be. Say, ye intimate who ni puma sibre, King's Cottage, any Trasaku.
Yeah.
San komo we yentime hu ni poma sibre in this country abato na ebebaso enye I'll quote chairman of Usompofo the stakes
will be high,
will be very high,
very high. Now where the wakan unza make asa mekan attorney general way on that. Let me quickly read maybe the last paragraph of this. And okawa ha say okay.
Let's hope now you should glasses if you say
I say now me say kind just relevant paragraphs. This therefore leaves the complainant Topkins' request unresolved, since it is one of the defendants in whose favor judgment was given and affirmed by the appellate courts.
I said you say.
Ain't it, sir? The complainer nipa or the Ako police say when you're ruling, but untimi nya access to nasas no. No okay defendant court na ema or favorable ruling in the Topkins enya favorable ruling. But I say Topkins intimi ne request to the police enhwe na wonya kwan kwa nasas that is unresolved. Omuntimi resolve it. Or say it is our opinion that the documents submitted do not support the decision and action of the police, as each party was required to retain the portion of the land it occupied per the decisions of the court. It is also and only one thing friends lawyer Martin Pebun so baby Rizi say the appellate court say obia portion of the land that or no onye dey ontna onfa sas at the time na empire air court no develop be 50 acres be of the land and no call court say assassin Topkins e was no sa assassin na be 400 and something acres no court nka say your mo dia and the court came to the conclusion say no it cannot be for you because baby I claim say what assassin free and it was clear in even the Supreme Court ruling. Mini document never. Yes, and can be committed the Attorney General affirmed the fact that Charlie, this is what the appellate court said. It was clear. It allowed the person
back and forth. What is the solution?
I am surprised. I think the judiciary should step in because a judiciary now ruling. The judiciary should step in. And only say the court itself can commit people for contempt. Say Charlie, the judiciary should step in because it cannot be. Say the apex court of the land, I'm a ruling. Now you have to turn and say it's not even proper. And you're fair.
The signal, no,
and you're fair.
And look at the people who have been involved in this matter.
And you're fair.
Ghana for Mama, you.
Yeah. It's not proper. And I think that the court should be interested. The Ghana Bar Association should be interested. We have to protect the sanctity of the court. They should be interested. This cannot happen in any civilized country. Say the apex court, I'm a ruling. Which ruling is there is no controversy around the ruling.
Me the obi cry and call law school. Yeah, the fix a controversy. Say Martin Kwibu lawyer ben force crack catcher say ono nti ase say for 62. There can there be na case for so but there be you see
let's go back to the court.
Simple. Any question the pakra who na be your say you be siesie asem no and all these things.
Let's go back.
That's the danger because if the lands ministry Benito as deputy is aware of this. If Irashmeni, National Security for couples to Kanapa. If Jubilee House is aware, if the CID, the IGP, and the legal department of the Ghana Police are aware, the CDS is aware, our intelligence bureaus are aware, the Supreme Court is aware, and still we cannot bring this matter to a probable end.
Because you say, Oshe Godfrey Dame advice for them police now. And let me say for emphasis sake, this is a letter written to the Inspector General of Police, Ghana Police Service, is dated 19th November 2021.
Why?
And Attorney General Chokomapol, NTA, when he was speaking about the various stages of case, Nako, Oka say, finally, at the High Court, the trial judge found that the land in dispute formed part of a large tract of land belonging to the Nungwas Tool, and the land in dispute near 400 and something acres, no good. To the Nungwas Tool and dismissed the plaintiff's claims in its entirety. The trial judge further upheld the counterclaims of the fourth co-defendant for a declaration of title to the 39.59 acres of the disputed land, blah, blah, blah. Finally, the import of the judgment as stated by the trial judge was that the plaintiff, the first defendant, which in this case here Topkins, should retain possession of the respective portions of the disputed land that they have already developed or were in the process of developing when the trial court visited the locus inco. 5. Plaintiff being dissatisfied with the judgment of the High Court appealed to the Court of Appeal, which also dismissed the appeal. Again, the plaintiff appealed the decision of the Court of Appeal pronounced on the 18th of December 2014 at the Supreme Court. And this is the Attorney General speaking. The Supreme Court held that there was no sufficient basis in law for any appellate interference with the findings of fact made by the trial High Court as affirmed by the Court of Appeal, and consequently no reason to disturb the order giving effect to those findings and conclusions made by the judgment of the Court of Appeal. The Supreme Court further held that save the variation made with respect to the order of the Court of Appeal, which reduced the term of plaintiff's lease, the court affirmed the judgment and dismissed the appeal. Charlie,
the Supreme Court akano. Yenina indi no kure. By first Supreme Court asema ntua na moa. Me tell Musa dance say e do some penpenso ni ente once. What do we do?
So wa lusu ye no. Open review and wa ko review.
We resort. But there is no loser in this case.
No, into one power the office say you are not, you don't agree with the decision of the Supreme Court. You go for a review. It is a review now. Then you stay off.
The review. Review no break to be chairman.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's me tell what time also filing review application for now. The I trem cry.
FM 94.
But you do Saturday.
I was say just send the wajiatum. And you've slept on your right. The wajiatum. It is a Supreme Court decision is law. And there was a Juma says here.
Now I don't ain't been Juma.
What's say?
I need to be Juma.
And that is why the court should be interested. That's why the court should be interested.
Okay. Anna, what a Dominic say?
Dominic is here.
I know what a young man here, what a my agent, your friends. The agent, your my friends.
Ah, why?
Odrunyako.
Oh,
I know what
I know agent also a freight forwarder.
Nani nyina say siwa
da bi ensi hwa me pacho
da bi ame me gumen mas last meeting ma me family semko say freight forward the chief buy the freight forwarding no we
or freight forwarder
or freight forwarder enti ensiwa
da bi
me pese obekwa kofa eyi esiwa enso na udi unim
no problem no onye agent or a freight forwarder me pacho e say adwuma be no ye eno say asem na
or agent
Asameno.
Yeah, the Kumasiano for the agent.
Oh, freight forward.
Oh, freight forward. Oh, agent.
Oh, am I in a Kwabnasan?
Yeah, Chenko for. I am Mr. Wadarman.
Freight forward.
I'm coming in Mr. Wadarman. I am freight forward.
Yeah, freight forward.
So, see, on pay agent, you know. I am freight forward.
Oh, agent saying. Agent, you saw any of my baby. Sir, are they wired?
Oh, no, a ball 11:45. Now, Fufua dear ma. I can't see a bear 10 year kuno.
But we are
now, can't say anything about Cody. My tea could answer. I
didn't hear none as a man.
Nana said, and I just said,
our birthday, you know.
Oh,
Obi won't be
I can't tell from you.
It's because I'm calling you or I go to show support to do that quiet. As those are called you with the lady.
Monana said, my mega master,
Ekosiisen. I saw him say a queer or cover parliament for a number of years.
Oh, yeah.
Anna, or no betting my catch or say. Some come my number she be for the passing who pesa experience how wouldn't come behind this I will say queer watch you be passing
oh ni ye mu pa de o man seba obi a free house bo or ye member of parliament near ye ne vet or no ni case ye different
okay.
Oh, na send there.
You mean I'm sure there's members of parliament you be call on
MPD yeah be
I'm no call pepe.
Na say MPs ba hu how we buso omo questions. No na different. It's clear. Doesn't you be any. Na so man dey natural.
Yes we di agro say we danyo. We a member of parliament na we ba committee na nimu a. Why e fa so ye obi bia ye different from aliens no foreigners no ebe mu no. Omo ma say me different.
Hey, let's see ba how.
Sisi ade oduro nya akona nkasa de aba. Tell Oman, I am an architect of transport, not an agent. I am a freight forwarder. On your agent, how do you call him an agent?
Hey, let's manage that.
Yeah, that's it.
Extra, let me tell you all about it.
Hey, Dolomistic. You and this your extra thing. Abeg, tell me about it.
Abenquine, look, extra is what you and your car get when you switch to Shell Fuel Save. Extra protection, extra clean, and extra savings. You get it?
And no, I mean, tell me extra.